Alright, it is like 9 p.m. I've got some laundry going in the other room, and my dog is in here with me and might start crying at any moment, so this should be fun. Safi! You're okay. See what I mean? So you've seen the title of the video. We're doing some winter faves today. Should be a good time. First off though, I would like to announce the winner of the this thing. Some of you might remember I did a giveaway of this in my fall favorites video. It's a hair removal tool. They accidentally sent me a second one, and yeah. So anyway, the winner is Barbara Conkin. Congratulations. We'll be in touch. I will send this to you as soon as possible. Enjoy it. It hurts. Pulls your hair out of your face and it hurts, but it's useful. Anyway, let's get into the favorites. So the first one I'm looking at right now, it is an Arrow garden. It was a Christmas present from my mother and I love it so much. It is an indoor gardening system and it grows things hydroponically, which is basically just a fancy way of saying in water. And it's actually really, really cool. It's got this lamp, which is shining on me currently. It came with parsley, dill, and basil, but unfortunately the dill died after like 2 weeks. But I learned a trick for basil that you can take a clipping of basil and put it in water and it'll sprout roots. So I just did that, and so now I have 2 plots of basil and 1 of parsley. And it's really cool. I really like having it. I use the basil for my pasta sauce, and I don't really use the parsley for much because I don't really cook with parsley, but it's pretty. So yeah, that's really cool. Thank you, Mom, for that. Okay, my next favorite is music. So you may have heard of this band before. They are called Kero Bonito. I think I'm saying that right, but I'm not sure. I just call them KKB usually. But they just do these delightfully weird, uplifting songs, and I really, really love their music. Just everything I've heard so far has been lovely and uplifting and adorable, and they also make some really fun music videos, so definitely check them out. I'll link a couple of my favorites in the description so you can check those out. My next favorite, I guess this is a weirder one. It's a pen. I actually have a bunch of these different kinds of pens, these like multicolored kinds of pens where you can like push down different colors, and I love these. They have revolutionized how I do things, how I journal, how I keep my day book, how I write letters, like all of it, because it's just so great to have a pen that's all of the colors just in my purse when I need it, because I really like colorful penmanship, and this is just a really easy way to do it without lugging around like a pencil case full of different colored pens, which is what I've been doing for the past like 5 years. So this has kind of changed my life. And also it's just cute. This comic book style, you know, like that's really cute. And I have another one with Disney princesses on it. I have another one with macarons. Like they come in all these really cute styles. So I absolutely love these pens. They have completely changed my life in just like a minor way, but still. So I usually recommend a YouTube channel of some sort in these favorites videos, and this one's no exception. I would like to recommend Rowena Tsai's YouTube channel. She is incredibly uplifting and positive, and she does all these vlogs about like life improvement and living. It's just like lifestyle vlogs, I guess you could say. And I just love her personality, I love her presence in her videos, and I love her message. She's just like a really, really talented person. I also think it's appropriate to include this in a winter favorites video because I watched a whole bunch of her videos in January. I discovered her channel right at the point of the new year when I was like really in a self-improvement kind of headspace, so it was actually really great for me to see her channel, so definitely check it out because she is just so talented and wonderful, and every single one of her videos that I've seen I have loved and absorbed and just loved. Like, she's just fantastic. My next favorite is also a Christmas present. This one was from my friend Gail. It is The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur, and it is a book of poetry, and I absolutely love it. It's so good. I'll read you the blurb. It's in poem form, but it kind of summarizes the book. "This is the recipe of life," said my mother as she held me in her arms as I wept. "Think of those flowers you plant in the garden each year. They will teach you that people too must wilt, fall, root, rise in order to bloom." So basically the book is divided up into sections based around that. So there's one section called wilt, and there's one called fall, and there's one called root, there's one called rise, and there's one called bloom. And it's an amazing collection of poems because it also tells a story. It's just a really great book about recovering from anything from a really bad breakup to a rape. And there are certain aspects of this book, there are certain poems in here that while I was reading them, I didn't realize that I was holding my breath until I was done reading them and I could breathe again. Like, she is such a good writer and such a powerful writer, and these poems are amazing. So even if you're not someone that's usually into poetry, I would highly recommend that you check this out, because it's so accessible and so well written that it probably has the potential to turn you into a poetry person, even if you think you aren't one. And I haven't read Rupi Kaur's first book. I believe it's called Milk and Honey, but a lot of people have, and I've seen it quoted on Instagram and Twitter and a bunch of things. And so I would love to read that next, but this book is wonderful. It's my first time reading anything by Rupi, and it's just so good. So definitely check it out. And I haven't read Milk and Honey, but I'm going to recommend that too, just because I love Rupi's writing, and I think that Milk and Honey is just as good. This last favorite isn't really a new favorite, because I've loved this show for a long time, but just recently, like this winter, it came to Canadian Netflix, so I've been completely binging it, and I've officially seen like every episode more than once in some instances, and I just absolutely love it. Bob's Burgers! It's such a good show! For the uninitiated, Bob's Burgers is basically just a show about a family who works at a burger restaurant together, and the shenanigans that they get up to, and it's a really fun show. It's really cute, and I'm really happy that it's finally on Canadian Netflix, because I remember when I went to go visit my sister in the States, I watched Bob's Burgers a whole bunch because I suddenly had American Netflix and suddenly had access to it. So it was actually, it was great to have that again. So that's pretty much it for my winter favorites. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what your favorites are in the comments. Maybe we can talk about Bob's Burgers, or talk about other shows that we've been watching, or books that we've read, or whatever, because that's really fun for me. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.
How many shrimps do you have to eat before you make your skin turn pink? Eat too much and you'll get sick. Shrimps are pretty rich.